Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Carolina, and yeah, that is how you pronounce it. You can call me however you want. I've been called Carolina. I also have Lina on my TikTok, but anyway, my name is Carolina Hernandez, and I wrote this book, Another Broken. And I want to talk about my journey because it's been so weird and so sad and so satisfying, like all the things at the same time. And this video also is going to be all over the place because I am all over the place and I cannot help it. So prepare to hear myself ramble, but if you're interested in self-publishing or just like the process of writing a novel, even if you want to be traditionally published, this might be interesting for you. So yes, this is my book. It's called I'm Not Broken. It's YA fantasy, and this book took me about 3 years, maybe 4 years to complete. This was a journey, like gosh, like it took me so long because life was lifing and a lot of things happened in between writing this book, and it's been so interesting and so difficult and so, like I said, all over the place really. But anyway, this is my book. It's super floppy. I love it. Right now I have it on Amazon and on Kindle Unlimited. So if you have Kindle Unlimited, you can get this for free. The ebook version, obviously, and you can also get the soft cover and the hard cover. I am yet to get the version without this band. I got this just to check that everything was fine. I did everything myself, like the cover, as you can see. Here it is. And the editorial design, I think I did a good job. I did the chapter headings and everything. Gosh, it was, again, so hard, and I will talk to you about it. Like I'm just rambling, like I said I will. But anyway, this is the second book that I finished. The first book, I finished it thanks to NaNoWriMo. Now I know it's a whole thing. But yes, my first book was YA Paranormal, and I might rewrite it. I don't know if it's going to be like a thing right now because apparently a lot of people are into romance right now, or maybe it's just TikTok. I am on TikTok. I love the community there, but definitely like that's not my crowd, as in they will like my book because it has no romance in it. So if you're looking for a romance story, this is not it. This is book one. I will be writing book two, and that part might have some romance on it, but it's not like my main focus. So what I wanted with this was a journey of self-discovery, of finding your true self, like what your goals are and who you want to be. Because I don't know, I think throughout our entire lives we are told what we should believe in, how we should behave, what our thoughts have to be. Even like we are very controlled in so many ways by the environment we are raised in. Like my main goal with this story was to talk about two things. One was religion and religion deconstruction, because I am in Mexico, I live in Mexico, born and raised, and Catholicism is huge in here. It is huge. And I've noticed how it shapes the community. Well, we aren't really a community, we are a society. And it's I don't know, I think it's filled with so many things, and not all of them are very good. And this is not to trash on religion or anything like that, but more like a more like just a different perspective that I don't know how to talk. Wow, just a different perspective. Especially from myself. I was born with Asperger's and ADHD, and because of that, I was made by myself, by my own brain, to question a lot of things. Like, you know, every kid has a phase of questioning everything. Like, why is this happening? Why are you doing this? What is this? What is this? What is that? And I think it never ended with me. I think I still question everything, and that is a good thing. I think I would like to believe, but it's also a bad thing. Like I haven't reached a place where I feel like I know myself, like truly know myself. And so I kind of use this book as a way to question some things and answer some things, and just like, you know, try to communicate what it's been like to be born in a place like this. where religion is huge. I try not to talk about it as much. Again, it was just a journey, like a very personal journey that I went through. I pretty much started questioning my religion when I was like 7 years old, and again, I was raised in it. And my parents are Catholic. Wait, maybe you can see my cat in here. Hi, baby girl. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, she's adorable. But anyway, yes, so this is part of that, like my thoughts on everything and why people believe what they believe. Hi, cutie pie. Hi, baby girl. And how necessarily your religion doesn't make you either good or bad, like pretty much is your morals. And also, I wanted to talk about criminality. I do live in a part of Mexico that it isn't that safe. Like right now, we just moved houses. I moved with my family, and this place is so much better regarding safety, because there were a few times when I was almost abducted, and I might do a video about it. It was very terrifying, and it happened more than once. And also, our house got broken into, and I was in there. Nothing bad happened like to me, but it was also very traumatizing, just like seeing people grabbing everything you own and everything your parents own and your sister, and there's nothing you can do about it. And it was very, it felt unfair. I also wanted to add that into this book, like how living in this place can affect you if you don't feel safe. So those were my main themes. And yes, this is slightly inspired by Mexico, which is very, very weird, because people that live in Mexico and people that live in Latin America that have read snippets of this book, they are like, I understand that, like I know where you come from. And people that have read it that aren't from Latin America, or like, they are from the United States or whatever, they are like, I didn't see Mexico in this, like you need to put more things in here that scream Mexico. And I was like, I think it does, but I think like what it's like the problem here is that you aren't used to what Mexico is like. You only know it from watching maybe some movies or whatever, and there are things that you are used to when you hear about Mexico, and when you don't find that in here, you think that that part is missing. And I think that was a problem. And I even stopped saying that this was based in my country, although it very much is. But I was tired of these replies from agents, especially like I didn't see the Mexico in it. But again, I think it's based on your own ignorance, that you don't know what Mexico is like, and because you didn't find those things, those token things that you know about my country, then it's not Mexican enough. And that kind of pissed me off, and also made me disappointed. And I was like, there's nothing I can do about it. I cannot do this more Mexican for you, when I am the one that wrote it. I am the one that was born in here, that I have lived in here my whole life, and I know the things in here that represent my country. And again, if you don't find yourself related or whatever, like with this book, again, like with your own knowledge, as little or as big as it might be, then it is not my problem. And I think a lot of people could have taken this as an opportunity to learn about my country. And obviously this isn't a history book. This isn't a history book. But if you're Mexican, you will find the inspiration in here. You will. And again, if you're from another country, I think, like I said, this will be an opportunity to be like, oh, I see now. Like I get to learn more about this country, things that I didn't know about it, but there are in here. And instead of that, they were like, you need to make it more Mexican. You need to add more names in here that scream Mexico. For example, the name of my main character is Clover, and this is its own world. And again, it's something that I was struggling with, because a lot of people, well, not a lot, but a few people, enough people, were telling me, why don't you name your characters more Mexican names? A lot of people don't even realize that a lot of Mexican names come from other places. Like, for example, let's say Maria, Carmen, I don't know, like Manuel, stuff like that. Manuel, why did I pronounce it like that? Manuel. they aren't Mexican per se, they come from other places, especially Spain. And since we are a very Catholic country, a lot of names come from that religion, like Maria and stuff like that. So even if I were to name characters Mexican names, they aren't quite Mexican. They come from other places. We are a very cultural, diverse country. So again, the name of my character is Clover. That is her name, and it has a reason why. I did want to write a character that represented a lot of things that I went through as a Mexican girl, growing up in this country. I'm gonna write it in here. Growing up, I cannot pronounce it. And obviously my experience is my own, and I cannot speak for every single Mexican girl in this country. Obviously, it's not gonna happen. But I hope some people will find themselves in this book, no matter their country of origin or, you know, like their nationality or anything like that. Also, my main goal was honesty. I wanted to find, like I said, some answers to my own questions, and I wanted to be as honest as possible in the struggle of trying to, like I said, know who you are beyond all these things that you were told and finding your own truth. But again, I wanted to be as honest as possible and write a very real character. So I didn't try to write this badass, amazing character and that, you know, like this uh, person that knows everything and that is good at everything. She is very flawed, and she's a little bit selfish, and she is afraid, and she is like very ignorant of so many things, but she's also very strong-willed, and she is brave, and she is her own person, really. And I like to see my characters as real people, because why am I doing this then if I'm not trying to write a story that is true and that is important, even just for the people living in it? So yes, that was my goal. I wanted to write about my experience, and I wanted to write a story that was true to itself. In the end, I got a story that I liked, and I got a story that I can say that I am proud that I wrote it. I did the editorial design myself in Word. I know a lot of people use a lot of fancy software editing tools. I do not have the money for that. I cannot afford it. I cannot afford a cover artist. That's why I did the cover myself. I am a graphic designer, so that helped me a lot. And every single thing you see in here means something. So yes, I did that in Photoshop. I will try to find another software. Actually, it was Photoshop and Procreate. Like all these little things were done in Procreate, and the title and everything else was done in Photoshop. Also the back, I did this in Procreate. So yes, and I will show you again, like my chapter heading was done in Photoshop. I decided to go with a forest. You might not be able to see that, a forest in the night. But yes, I did that in Word, and it took me a long time to learn. Please do comment down below. Please talk about the industry. Please talk about your journey. Please talk about writing, reading, whatever you want. Please support me. I am an indie author trying to survive in this world as a neurodivergent person. This has been so long. I don't even know if this is going to make sense. But yes, I want to talk more about writing and the process of publishing and, you know, whatever. Anyway, I hope this made sense. Super long video, and I will say bye now. So I will see you later, and I hope you're having a fantastic week, and bye.